Hello and welcome. My name is Lumina and I wanted to share with you a short chair flow. I know a lot of us are spending a lot of time at home, working from home, or you're quite used to sitting and working at a desk for work. So just wanted to offer a little reprieve and a chance to get the spine moving in the chair. So I also really want to recommend that maybe setting a timer for 1 hour, 2 hours, every 30 minutes, whatever you can manage, that you practice 1 or 2 of these exercises just to keep that suppleness, that vitality in the spine, so that when you get back into your work, you feel a little more focused and you can offer a bit more of your attention and energy to your task. So we'll start just coming slightly forward in your chair. So off of the back of the chair, so using a regular rolly office chair, which is fine, and having the feet flat to the floor. You can keep your socks on, your slippers on, that's absolutely fine. So feet to the floor, stacking the knees right over the heels, shoulders over the hips. And we'll rest the hands actually onto the sides of the ribs, closing the eyes, and feeling the breath move beneath the hands. You'll be noticing your natural cycles of breath to start. And then adding some depth. Inhaling through the nose, expanding across the sides of the ribs, opening the mouth and letting the breath go with a nice sigh. So 2 more times this way. Inhaling through the nose, releasing out through the mouth. Softening the jaw, wag the jaw a little side to side. Inhaling through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And close the mouth. But keep that fullness of breath in, through, and out through the nose. Counting to yourself, maybe 5, 6 counts on your in-breath. And balancing the same number of counts for the outgoing breath. Feeling the chest expanding and contracting. Noticing the warmth of the hands, their protective nature against the ribs. As you just give yourself 2 or 3 more cycles of breath to connect. Connecting with the presence of this breath. And then we'll release the hands down to the thighs. We'll come into some eye exercises. So as you inhale, lift the gaze way up. Not moving the head, just lifting the eyes. Remembering to breathe a full cycle of breath. And then lowering the eyes way down. Stretching them, gazing down towards the ground, towards your hands, maybe your wrists. Then take a moment to close the eyes. Next time we open them, we're going to look to your left, my right. Nice full cycle of breath. The shoulders are still relaxed. The spine is nice and tall. Gazing over to the other side. Stretching the eyes. And remembering that the eyes are a muscle as well. And then close the eyes. And we're going to work across the diagonals. So as you inhale, lift your gaze towards your left, top left, that top left corner. And then across the diagonal to the bottom right. Full cycle of breath. And then close the eyes. Next inhale, we're going to gaze your top right corner after a full cycle of breath, sweeping the gaze across that diagonal to the bottom left. Nice, and then close the eyes. Next time you open the eyes, we're going to look up and we're going to circle all the way around, catching all those points. Give it 3 big circles. 2. Keep breathing. 3. And close the eyes. Nice, and we'll take those circles the other way. Inhaling, lifting the gaze. Circling, try and catch all those points. The diagonals, the edges. 2. Keep breathing. 3. Nice, and close the eyes. And just send a cycle of breath to nourish the eyes. Lovely. Opening the eyes. We're going to come into some spinal flexion and extension. So as you inhale, reach the heart forward, spreading across the collarbones, arching the spine. Exhale, really hold on to the knees as you round the upper back body and draw the lower belly in and up. So from the side here, inhaling, lifting the chest, rolling the pelvis forward. Exhale, pelvis rolls back, lower belly draws in, and we round, bringing the chin to the chest. As you inhale, starting to stretch the whole front of the body, whole front of the torso. So you can even lift the chin and keep lifting the gaze, and then exhale, rounding. Massaging out the spine, moving at your own pace, but keeping the in-breath with the arched spine, the out-breath rounding. So you can pick up the pace or you can keep it nice and slow. Taking your time. Give yourself maybe 8 or 9 rounds. Nice, coming back to shoulders stacking over the hips, and we're going to interlace the fingers. Interlace the fingers and massage that inner webbing. Then open the hands and massage the non-dominant interlace. So different pinky on top. And then rolling the wrists. Rolling the wrists one way, again a little figure 8, and then rolling the other way. So it feels a little weird, a little more challenging. Nice. Inhale, stretch the arms out wide. And as if you're holding onto doorknobs, we're going to internally and externally rotate the arms. So it's feeling that upper arm bone rolling around in its socket, loosening up some congestion that might be stored up in there. Try and keep the spine nice and lifted, reaching long through the crown of the head. Nice. Inhale, reach the arms up. Hold on to, I'll mirror you, so holding onto your right wrist, reach up and over to the left. Big cycle of breath. And then other side. Inhale, reach through center, holding onto the left wrist, reaching up and over to the other side. Let's do that one more time for each side, creating a little more space in the side of the lungs, reaching up and over. Inhale, lengthening through center, reaching up and over to the other side. So nice. Inhaling through center and exhaling, lowering the hands down. I'm going to take my right ankle and cross it over the left thigh. Holding one hand to the heel, one hand to the knee. Inhale, keeping length in the spine, and exhale, tilting from the pelvis. The heart lowers down towards the calf. Inhale, lifting up away from the side. So inhale to lift up. Exhale, leaning forward and down. Keep that length in the spine. It's a nice long line of energy. And we're just hinging from the hips. Moving with the breath. Inhale to rise up. Exhale to lower down. Noticing some sensation in the outer right hip. Breathe into that sensation. Connect with that sensation. So about 5 times for this side. Inhale to rise up. We're going to take that right thigh high up and over, so just crossing the legs. We'll keep the left hand on that top knee. Inhale, sending the right arm up and over. So now you can hold on, bending the elbow, holding onto the back of the chair, or the lower back of the chair. Inhale, find length in the spine, and exhale into the twist. Inhaling, unraveling through center. So we'll take that for the other side. The left knee lifts, left ankle comes over the right thigh. We're just holding knee and heel. Inhale to lift up. Keep length in the spine as you tilt forward and lower down. 5 times for this side. Inhaling to lift. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. So noticing maybe there's a lot of sensation in that outer left hip. Maybe there's a little bit. See if you can just connect with and breathe into that sensation. Nice. As you inhale and rise up, we're going to cross that left thigh high up and over. Keep the right hand on the left thigh, with the left knee. Inhale, left hand goes free. Maybe bend the elbow and just hold on to the top or to the bottom of the chair, whatever feels more comfortable. Inhale, use that leverage, the hands pushing down to anchor you. Lift up through the crown of the head and spin, spin, spin into the twist. Gazing over that left shoulder. And inhaling, coming through center. So nice. So now we're going to work a little more into the core itself. It's going to start by stacking my palms. And I'm going to lift my left leg. And I'm going to press the thigh into the hands. The hands are going to press down into the thigh. So I'm starting to engage a lot of core work here. Holding for about 3, 2, 1, and release, and go for the other side. Right knee lifts. Feel the pressure, feel the tension, feel the engagement of the core. Keep length in the spine. 2, 1, and release. Let's just do one more for each side. So you can really gauge how deep this is. If you're working at 90% capacity, 70% capacity, maybe for whatever reason you need more like 40% capacity, that's fine. 2, 1, getting a little engagement is nice, working the other side. So we're already starting to feel a lot of that engagement, also activating the thighs as well as the core. Stabilizing, 2, 1, and release. Lifting and lowering the heels, just working into the calves a little bit. If it feels good, you could roll onto the tips of the toes, or even roll over the toes a little bit, spread the toes, getting a little stretch for the ankles, as well as the calves. And then what would a chair flow be without a little chair pose? So I'm going to stand up and take a little bit of a step away from the chair. We want to be close enough to the chair as we come into our chair pose that we can give a little boop with the chair. Right, so you can keep the hands on the hips. Try and keep this lovely length in the spine as the sitting bones reach down and back for that chair. Push down into the feet, lift. And as you lift, straightening, really engaging the backs of the legs, engaging the glutes. I like to inhale as I lower down and exhale to rise up, but you could do the opposite. You could exhale down and inhale to lift and lengthen. It's totally up to you. Let's just go for about 8 rounds. The hands can stay at the hips, or for me, I like to sweep the hands up in length with the spine. So for me, I inhale to reach up and exhale to give engagement to the back body as I come to standing. But whatever configuration works better for your breath, just give yourself 8 to 10 rounds. Just energizing the legs, feeling the feet really rooting down, spreading, broadening out. Nice, and then coming to standing, we're going to turn to face the chair and actually have, if you have a swivelly chair like this, just swiveling it around, moving it a little away from you. If you're using like a kitchen chair, that's absolutely fine. The chair is just going to be somewhat still working with the back of the chair. We're just going to walk back a little bit into a modified downward facing dog, so having the hips stacked over the heels lengthening the upper body as you lean the torso more parallel to the earth. So holding onto the top back of your chair, lengthening the spine, really sending that full balanced breath into the length of the spine. You can stay here in a sense of sort of stillness, just enjoying that wave-like motion of the breath moving through the spine, or if it feels good, sway the hips a little bit. Lengthening the side bodies. It's kind of urging the breath into the little nooks and crannies. Two more full cycles of breath here. Let's do it in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more. So good. Inhale to start rising up, walking the feet towards the chair, and then take a seat once again. And just taking a moment, stacking knees over the heels, shoulders over the hips, closing the eyes. Reconnecting with the nature of the breath. Taking a moment to scan down the length of the body. Allowing there to be a sense of softness as the mind's eye moves over the skin of the face, the neck, the shoulders, the arms. Down the torso, across the chest, between the shoulder blades. Just noticing how it is here now in the spine, if there's a sense of freedom and suppleness. And taking a moment, placing the hands over the heart to offer yourself some gratitude for taking this time for yourself. Taking a big inhale in through the nose. We'll open the mouth and let the breath go. Two more. Soften the shoulders, give the head a little shake. One more. So nice. I'm so grateful to share this short practice with you. I hope you find more energy and vitality in your spine for your life and your work. Thank you so much. Namaste.